If you're watching this video, you're looking for an answer. You are either looking to sell your home and you're trying to see all the different things about whether they're important or not, and if you should be doing this, or looking for an agent who does this, or your home is currently on the market and it's not gotten any offers, you're not under contract, you're not getting showings, and you're frustrated and time is ticking by. Or your home was listed, it expired, and now you're really frustrated and you're probably thinking of doing it on your own because your agent didn't do anything, and you're going to turn into a for sale by owner and save the commission of which the guy or gal didn't do anything. Okay, so those are all the different types of people that I talk to. So I will tell you who this video isn't for. If you have a condo or a co-op, this isn't for you. If you have a home in a situation that you neither have the time, the money, the inclination to put anything into it, and you're going to sell it as is, watch this video where I talk about as is, and you might want to pursue that. So today, I am going to dive deep into a differentiator in a win-win for you as a seller and for the buyer. So this is big stuff. It is worth every minute of your time, and I can't wait to share it with you right after this. Hi, my name is Mark Carton with Carton Real Estate Services in Queens, New York. And, every week I do a video, and to me, all the subjects are important. But this one in particular, so we're in the second week of August 2022 right now. And this is really, we're at the end of the season when, homes are coming on the market and everybody's out running around because the weather is beautiful this weekend. And folks are looking. We're going to head back to school in September, and schedules change, and then the weather's going to change, and then the leaves are going to fall, and then the grass is going to turn brown, and houses are going to look ugly, but people still have to move. So if you're a motivated seller, then you want your home on and off the market as soon as possible. So if you're a seller who says, I want my price, whatever it is, and I don't care how long it takes, there's something wrong, because it shouldn't take that long. If you as a seller put your home on the market and you do not have showings and offers in the first 2 weeks, there's something wrong, and it's usually the price. And if you choose an agent and you and your agent are not communicating from the start, then you need a new agent, or you need to be less adversarial, because that's not the position of a seller and an agent. You're working as a team, and you're trying to come up with solutions that are custom made to your property. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. We are going to talk about the value of a pre-listing home inspection, and that this is the best money that you will spend to differentiate your home, to attract more buyers, to get a buyer under contract, and to confidently close, knowing that there are not going to be any surprises. All right, so let's just start at the top and I'll work my way through. So in New York, yes, you are selling your home as is. And if you come up with the stance that I don't care what a buyer finds, this is the price, I'm not reducing it, they can do an inspection, they can stand on their head and ask for, savings and reductions, I'm not doing it, not even bother. That's an adversarial position. So we're going to put that to the side. So the sellers who have somewhere to go, so they need to be in a new city, they want to downsize, and they want to take advantage now of better pricing and more inventory, that is an opportunity. We won't talk about interest rates because not everybody needs a mortgage. And so some people are paying with cash, and some people still look at, so we're at around 5% for an interest rate. Some people remember the days of 12% and 16% and 18%. 2 and 3% interest rates were artificially low. So whether they come back or not, which is probably doubtful, 4 and 5% is here to stay. And so once that becomes the norm, homes are going to start selling again. But right now we have more inventory. So how do you differentiate your home against your neighbors? All right. If I am working with you, I want to make sure that we're taking out every bit of insecurity that you have regarding the condition of your home. Now, I talked about in an earlier video home warranties. Now, home warranties will give a buyer peace of mind to know that the home is covered against something happening. And so it's going to minimize their out-of-pocket expenses. That's a great differentiator. But today's subject, my ability to speak is lacking today. Today's subject is about pre-listing. So before we put it on the market, you are going to have your home inspected. And the inspection is everything from the perimeter of the house, so from the fence, the exterior of the home, and then inside the home. So it's the systems, it's the appliances, it's the plumbing, it's the electrical, okay, the insulation. So this is going to be a laundry list for you of things that may need a little improvement, a quick fix, to something that is bigger. Now, once that inspection is done, you have a list of items to do. You can choose to do them, or you can just disclose them. And by disclosing them, you say, okay, the roof is not in the best shape. There's no leaks, but it will need to be replaced. And so our list price is reduced to reflect the condition of the roof, disclosed upfront, okay? When you've made your repairs and we go to market, buyers who are interested, we can give access so that they can see the report. They can see everything. It's full transparency. Now, if your home was for sale and your neighbor's home across the street was for sale, pretty similar homes, same age, same improvements or lack thereof, and you're disclosing everything, plus you have a home warranty to boot, whose home is going to garner more interest? I hazard to say it's yours. So this is the big picture. When you don't do a pre-listing home inspection and you just leave it to a buyer who says, okay, one of our conditions is to do a home inspection and see what comes up, when they get the results, first of all, you're biting your nails, waiting to see what's going to happen or if they'll discover something that you knew or did not know about the condition of your home. And then they're going to ask for that item to be fixed or for a reduction in the list price. Now, this negotiation has a 50-50 chance of going sideways, because if you get defensive, then you're going to dig in your heels and you're not going to do it. And the sale will not go through and the home will go back on market. In the MLS, once a home goes back on market, BOM is the abbreviation, every future buyer's agent says, what happened with the sale? Why didn't it go through? And if what was discovered was a material defect, you have to disclose it. So now you've lost time, you've lost your first buyer, and now you're at a distinct disadvantage because you've already now had to lower the price, back on market, price adjusted for what was discovered. It's not a good way to go. So the reason to list and get in and out of the market as soon as possible is for the unknown. We don't know what your neighbor's going to list for. We don't know what the guy on the next block is going to list for. And that unknown competition puts additional pressure on you. All right. So a couple of messages here. One, the value of a pre-listing home inspection, the cost is going to cost you about $600. Okay. $600 well spent, because you can make these repairs at your discretion, okay? Choose the contractor, make the repair, have the receipts, have the results, and the home inspection company can even come out again for an additional smaller fee to re-inspect for the buyer, and to validate this. Now, different home inspection companies offer different services. I'm happy to discuss this offline specifically with you when we have our listing presentation together. But if your agent that you're considering poo-poos, says pre-listing home inspection, that's a waste of money, I say get a second opinion. So pre-listing home inspection, very, very important, okay? Home warranty right behind it. So again, when a buyer does a home inspection, they are going to find something. That's the inspector's job, and they want to get their money's worth, right? But there's no home without an issue. Every home has an issue. And because, and I spoke about this in an earlier video about home warranties, which you can watch here after this one, age is the biggest factor in Queens. So most homes are old. And so the systems are old, and the plumbing and electric are old, and the sewer line, all these things are considerations, and the appliances, and the hot water heater, and the HVAC. So you want to discover what you're presenting to a buyer beforehand, and so that you can put your home in the best light. So this is probably one of the most important subjects that I've talked about, although I think they're all important. But honestly, have a serious talk with the agents that you're interviewing to sell your home and see where they stand on this issue to understand the importance of it. Because if you don't talk about it in advance, you will be talking about it once you have an offer. And then you're not in the driver's seat. And that's what we want. We want to be in control. We want to be fair to the buyer, but we want to move on to our next adventure. If you're not motivated to sell, then you shouldn't be listing, because you're going to be disappointed. So once again, I thank you for your time. It's always a pleasure to spend a few minutes with you. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me any way that's comfortable with you. And I wish you the best of luck in the sale of your home. Take care.